Propaganda's role in genocide. Propaganda is a dangerous instrument that can be used to justify a cause. When propaganda falls into the hands of a megalomaniac, chaotic events can either worsen and/or rise. One can even be faced with an agenda for genocide. Propaganda plays a role in genocide by silencing individuals and brainwashing their perspectives on race or religion. There are different races throughout the world, but when one race wants to exterminate another, it then becomes a genocide. What could possibly motivate race to kill off another? The answer is propaganda. Throughout history, propaganda has been used by higher authorities in order to gain support and crank up military and economic power. An example includes the Armenian Genocide. A conflict had arisen amongst Armenians and Muslim Turks. Due to the Ottoman Empire giving the Armenians less rights than the Muslim Turks, this created tension between the groups. As a result, the Armenians stood up for themselves and demanded equality amid their ethnic group. The Ottoman Empire responded through violent riots and massacres, hence marking the start of the Armenian Genocide. This is when propaganda took its place. According to an article by Rachel Hall Baycroft called The Armenian Genocide, a propaganda campaign by government officials was formed in order to create a revolt on this specific race. Baycroft further states, Ottoman authorities created a propaganda campaign claiming that Armenians were a threat to national security. In the end, the achievement of this brainwashing helped Ottoman authorities justify their actions, which would eventually influence a deep hatred and the genocide of all Armenians. Imagine how strong propaganda had to be in order to influence people's minds into believing that killing is acceptable. The most compelling evidence by far is the infamous Holocaust that occurred before and during World War II. Anti-Semitic Nazi leader Adolf Hitler persecuted and labeled the Jews as a national threat to Germany's racial purity and economic disaster. Soon after, the Nazi Party implemented a well-devised plan in which they will use every source of the media available, such as newspapers, speeches, protests, commercials, and movies, as a means to brainwash people and apply this new modern idea of a perfect race. Through the research of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, the Nazi organization even took propaganda to the schools, burning any books that were written by Jewish authors and removing any form of thought or opinion from students, therefore silencing future patriots, and having them be faithful to the Nazi Party. As stated in the article Nazi Racism, other textbooks newly written were brought in to teach students blind obedience to the party, love Hitler, and anti-Semitism. In conclusion, propaganda can have a strong hold over people's minds. It is a dangerous mechanism that does nothing but harm. As evident through many genocides, propaganda plays a huge role through the brainwashing and blinding of civilians between the real truth and the facts. The end.